Now the barn cats on our farm play a really important role. Because we have so many birds on our farm, we have to feed those birds. And when we feed those birds, they like to spread their feed all over the place. And that feed ends up attracting rodents. You see, Pablo Barn Cat is around here on the farm on the regular, patrolling the grounds, helping get rid of rodents, and doing a darn good job too. But admittedly, he's been a little bit overrun by things. Especially back in the winter, we had moles and voles and mice all over the place, and it was getting to be a real problem. Luckily, our situation had attracted a new barn cat into the mix. Some of you guys might be familiar with Hobo Barn Cat. So over the course of the winter, Hobo Barn Cat and Pablo Barn Cat kept things in check, and they kept the population of the rodents right where I wanted them. You know, when you're raising barn cats, starting with kittens can be a little bit hard because they require a lot more supervision. But as I thought about it, the idea of having a mother and daughter cat here on the farm might be the perfect mix, because the young kitten could spend the time with the mom and get trained up and learn the ways of the world. And they'd also be very, very simpatico as far as cats go. And so earlier today, two adorable tabby cats just showed up here at Goldshaw Farm. They were very nervous and were kind of confused by what was going on, but that's totally understandable. And I did everything I possibly could to try to make them comfortable. Now at this moment, it's probably good for me to stop and explain to you guys how you train a barn cat. Because for those who are not familiar, there are a few things you should consider. Like number one, you need to actually train them to your barn. And typically the way you train a barn cat to the barn is you keep it in a crate for 2 or 3 weeks so that it learns that this new spot is its home. You know, like if we just took the barn cats right now and set them free, they would wander off into the woods. They'd probably actually try to find their way back to the house of Allison's friend, which is like the next town over. And so what I did was I actually prepped a room up inside our barn and made sure it had a litter box and water and food and bedding and everything that they would need to be comfy and cozy. And I gotta tell you, this setup is much better than what I've done in the past. And actually in the case of Lil Barn Cat, we kept her at least at night in there for, oh gosh, it was like about 2 or 3 months before she finally got set free because we were so worried about her. You know, she was just this tiny little kitty cat and I didn't want to set her off into the wild and have her get munched on by a coyote before she was ready. But for the new mama barn cat and her baby, the two of them are actually in this old room that is in our barn that I believe they used to use as a chicken coop. It's a really good size. I think it's like about 10 feet by about, I don't know, 14, 15 feet. So they're gonna have plenty of space. As I took them up in there, they were starting to explore, and I spent some time just this afternoon hanging out with them and just getting comfortable with them. I gotta say, for a barn cat, Mama Barn Cat is very sociable. Now, I'm sure you guys are actually interested in meeting these two new barn cats, so let's head on into the barn and say hello. Starting to get dark here in the barn. Hey, barn kitties. Hey, mommy. Hey, little one. I come bring presents. Come here. Oh yeah, that's a good mom. Yeah, you like that? I'm a friend. I'm cool. So yeah, this is baby cat and mommy cat. We're still trying to land on some names. We've got a couple of ideas, but still not 100% decided. Here, you want to try some? Allison's friend actually had a name for the kitten that I really like. I don't want to give it away and like shift the thinking that you guys have, but I'd be curious for your ideas as well. Oh, look at that big stretch. You're like a little leopard. You want to try a little treat? Mom's munching on the treats. Don't eat them all, Ma. If you want, you can eat them out of my hand. How about that? So we want to give them names that are like mother-daughter names, because that feels more appropriate. Did you guys look at this little one? Isn't she just adorable? Yes, you are. So just to be really clear with you guys, I am not a cat person at all, but it's hard to resist these little ones that are adorable. And Mama's a sweet cat too. Yes, you are, gal. Checking out the door, little one? I bet you Pablo's on the other side of that. What you doing there, Mr. Pablo Barn Cat? Huh? You realize something's going on inside that room? I'll wait a couple of days before I introduce you to Pablo. But yeah, so there you have it. We have brand new barn cats here at Goldshaw Farm. Follow along and you'll see the little one grow up, and you'll see these two get released into the farm, and I'm sure they're gonna have a whole lot of adventures. But right now, I'm just excited to have them here.